I built the ultimate AI dropshipping assistant app that can make you thousands of dollars. This app can find you the latest trending products on the market, create optimized descriptions for them, and build nice looking storefronts for these products by the click of a button. Basically doing all the work a professional dropshipper would spend hours on in just a few minutes. And in this video I'm going to show you exactly how you can build this app step by step, and at the end I will also show you how you can sell it to dropshippers for thousands of dollars. So if that sounds interesting, let's dive right in. Now how we're going to build this app is by using Emergent AI, which is the best AI app builder on the market, at least at the time of this recording, simply because it is able to build fully functioning apps with beautiful looking front ends and also functioning databases. That's why we'll leave a link for it underneath this video, so make sure you go and sign up to it so you can follow along with exactly what we're going to do in this video. And once you sign up, you will be brought over in this interface over here. Now, Emergent gives us access to a bunch of these options over here. As you can see, we can attach files, which we're going to do in a bit. We can also import things from GitHub if you're actually more of a coder and you want to import something. Then we also have the option to select the model that we're going to use to code that app, which is something that no other AI code builder has, and that's why I really appreciate that Emergent AI has access to this feature, simply because you might really like the code that Claude 4.5 Sonnet generates and you might want to choose that. Or you might really want GPT-5, for example. You can choose that as well. But for this example, since I really like the code that Claude generates, I will actually come over here and select Claude 4.5 Sonnet. Then over here we also have the option to either have our app public or to also make it private, so it's only visible to ourselves. But for this example, and since I want all of you to be able to access my app, I will leave it on public. And then we have Emergent's brand new feature, which is the advanced controls, which if we click, it opens up all of these settings. And as you can see over here, we can select an MCP tool that we might want to use. For example, if I come over here and I want to connect Supabase, so basically my backend database becomes Supabase from now on, all we have to do is to simply come over here and configure the Supabase MCP so we can then have Supabase as our backend database. They also give you the option to enable the memory for your agent, which you can turn on if you actually want to, and they also give you access to add a custom MCP server, which means that you can basically add in any MCP tool that you want. And as you probably know, there are thousands of MCP tools, which means that you can basically connect everything that you want over in Emergent AI, which makes it as useful as an A10, but significantly easier to use, simply because all you have to do is to come over here and type in some simple prompts in this beginner friendly interface. Now for the app that we are going to build, we don't actually need any MCP tools. In a future video that I'm going to make, I will also show you how to use those as well. But for our example, what I'm actually going to do is I will close off the advanced features, and then I will come over here in Emergent's text interface and I will type this prompt over here, where it basically says that I wanted to build an app that can find trending products with AI. It says that the user will be able to provide search criteria and your job is to find the most relevant trending items that match those requirements. Then I give it access to the user's input, which are going to be the needs, the price range, target market, shipping time preference, and also different platforms. And then I give it some further instructions about how I should go and build the app. If you're wondering how we came up with this prompt, I basically went over to ChatGPT, explained to it exactly what I want my app to look like when it's finished, and it basically gave me this prompt, which I simply came over here, I copied, and then I came back over to Emergent Labs and I pasted it in over here. So now, all we have to do is to simply come over here and click on enter. And now, Emergent Labs is going to start building our app for us. And boom, Emergent AI just finished creating the app, and as you can see, we have it over here to our right. We can see find your next trending product, we have a bunch of information, and over here, we have the section where we can search for the products that we actually want. So let's say, for example, we want to search for pet supplies. The mean price should be $5. The maximum price, let's say, should be $45. Let's target the USA market. We can also target any other market that we might want, but for this example, let's do USA. Let's say we want our profit margins to be at least 25%, and the max shipping time days, let's keep it under 14 days since we do want pretty fast shipping. And then for supplier, I will select AliExpress, since that is the platform dropshippers mainly use to dropship their products, and I will come over here and click on find trending products. And boom, as you can see, this returns us a list with trending products that fit our exact criteria. As you can see, this is for young homeowners, This is retail price, profit margin. This is from AliExpress, and we can also click on view details. Right now nothing is happening, but we obviously need to fix that. But as you can see, this basically gives us exactly what we wanted. And it is super impressive because we just managed to build this with one simple prompt where there are full AI SaaS apps that do this exact thing, and they literally make hundreds of thousands or even possibly millions of dollars per month, while these apps don't do anything different than what our app does right now. But we're not going to leave it there. Let's improve this even further. Now let's say for example we want to improve the visual interface of the app to make it look slightly sharper and more modern, because if I'm gonna be honest, I'm not a huge fan of the green color. All we would have to do is go over to Google and search for nice looking UI, simply find one that we like. Let's say we really like this one for example, and then all we need to do is to come over here and download this, and then we can come back over to Emergent Labs, click on attach file, simply upload that file. And then we can come over here and say something like, change the design and make it more similar to this one. I want more dark colors, just like the example I gave you. And then we can come over here and say something like, also make sure when I click on view details, something actually happens. More than likely a link to the product in the platform that I chose opens up. And now we can simply come over here and click on enter. So now Emergent AI is going to go and make all of the changes for us. And boom, Emergent just finished making the changes, and as you can see, it completely changed the interface to look just like the one that we uploaded over as an example, which is exactly what we wanted. And as you can see over here, if I come and click on view details on AliExpress for example, I can see the actual listing of these LED lights in AliExpress, which is honestly super impressive if I'm gonna be honest, because that means that this app is fully functioning and is able to find results from AliExpress and give it over in our app's interface, which is a super advanced feature if we try to manually build it ourselves. But Emergent AI managed to do that in just 2 simple prompts. And now it's time we go and we build the second feature of our app, which is going to be the description generator. Because sure, we might have found the product that we actually want to dropship, but we need a high converting description. So then when people land on our website, they actually buy it and they don't just immediately click off of it because the copy in our description is terrible. So to do that, I will simply come over here and I will say, you're an expert e-commerce copywriter and SEO specialist. The user will provide details about the product and desired writing style. User input example, product name, features, target audience, keywords, and tone. And your task is to create a keyword optimized title, max 70 characters, write 3 to 5 persuasive bullet highlights, and a bunch of other instructions that I again got from ChatGPT. So we know the copy that our app is going to write is going to be good. And then I will come over here and click on enter. And if you actually want all the prompts that I'm going to use to build this app, I will actually leave them inside my Skool community, so make sure you click the link down below and you come and check it out. And now as you can see, the agent is actually asking us a question. He says, I'm ready to create the e-commerce copy. Please provide the following details. I want you to create a brand new feature where the user will be able to input. Create this feature inside the app. And boom, Emergent AI just finished generating this feature as well. And if I actually scroll all the way down, we can see it over here. It is the generate SEO optimized product copy. As you can see, here we need to fill in the name, the key features, the target audience, and a bunch of other information, and it's going to generate our SEO copy. So let me actually come over here and do it. Let's say smart LED lights. Its key features are very beautiful lights. Our target audience is college students. SEO keywords, let's say LED lights college. And then for the tone and style, let's actually select casual and friendly. And for the price range, let's say we're going to sell this for $60. So we can come over here and type in 60. Unique selling point, we don't have any. If you did, you simply input over here and then you can come and click on generate SEO copy. And as you can see, it's generating our SEO copy right now. And boom, it just finished. And over here we have an optimized title, which is this, which I gotta admit does look very good. Some bullet point highlights, which now that I'm reading them actually do seem pretty convincing, and a description over here along with some product tags and also an image prompt that we can then use to a model like Midjourney or DALL-E in order for us to create a unique image for that product, which means that we successfully managed to build this feature as well with just one simple prompt. But now it's time to actually go and we build the hardest and most advanced feature out of all of them, which is going to be the ability to just click one button and create a full storefront for this exact product. So to do that, I will come over here in the text box and type. Now I want you to give me the option to click one button for the product that I have selected, and then the app is going to go and build a fully functioning front-end store for that exact product, so the person that's using the app can test it out very fast. So go and build me that feature. And now, if you're actually in the Emergent Labs paid plan, I would actually advise you to come over here and turn on the ultra thinking mode, because this is going to analyze the task way more and give you a better end result, but it will consume a lot of your credits because this feature is made for very complex tasks, just like the one that we're currently doing, so the AI can take its time, analyze it a lot, so it can then go and give us a better end result. But for this example, I'm not actually going to turn this on, simply because I want to see what the base version is able to do. So I will simply come over here and click on enter. And boom, Emergent AI just finished making the changes, so now we can come over here, fill in all the information above, so it gives us a bunch of trending products, and then as you can see, next to each one of these products, we have a launch store button, which if we come over here and we click on it, this is going to bring us over in this interface, where as you can see, we have a storefront for this product, along with the option to add this to cart. As you can see, I just added it, and over here we have our cart, plus a bunch of other information like specifications and customer reviews. And if I actually scroll all the way over here, we can see that here is the place where we would have the images. Obviously, we do need to upload some images of this product, but I think you get the point. This basically created a storefront for this product just by clicking a simple button, which is honestly super impressive if you take into account that we just managed to build this feature with just one simple prompt. Now we can obviously come over here and improve this even further. For example, we could come over here and tell Emergent that want the generated description feature to also have this launch store button next to it as well, so a store can be launched with a fully optimized description. But I think you get the point how useful an app like this would be to dropshippers, since it basically does everything that I spent countless hours on doing just by clicking some simple buttons, and we managed to build it with literally less than 5 prompts by using Emergent AI. And now that I show you how you can build this app, it's time I show you how I would personally go about selling this app to dropshippers. So how I would sell them is I would go over and join communities that are related to that topic. Specifically, I would use Skool for that. I think Skool is by far the best platform to do that, but you can also join Reddit communities that are related to dropshipping if you want, since these are the places where dropshippers hang out. And just to show you how I will do this on Skool, I'll simply come over here and search for dropshipping, and I'll click on enter, and then Skool is going to return me a bunch of dropshipping communities. As you can see, some of these communities have thousands of members, just like this one, for example, Dropshipping Australia. So what I would do is I will simply click on that and simply join that community, as I'm going to do right now, and then I will just create posts giving value to that community. And try to be genuinely helpful, guys. Don't just try to promote your app, just try to give as much value as possible. Talk about dropshipping things, talk about brand new products that do well, and then you can also mention that you have built an app that basically does everything for them. And then you will see that people are actually going to be the ones that are reaching out to you and asking you more details about the app, where then you can close the sales inside Skool DMs. So that is how I would personally go about selling an app like this. Now obviously there are multiple ways you can do it. I'll just show you the one that I think is the best, specifically for dropshippers, since they're not really in a traditional industry where you can easily find their email addresses. And the best part with Emergent Labs is that you can actually share your project with literally anyone. That's why underneath this video I will actually come and give you access to this link over here, so you can actually take a look at my project, and I will also leave all the prompts that I used to build this project with Emergent Labs inside my Skool community. Link for that will be down below. But remember, in order for you to be able to build such a complex app with just a few simple prompts, you will need to use Emergent Labs, since I personally haven't found any other AI builder that is able to build such advanced things that actually work and have a functioning backend with such few prompts. That's why the top link in the description will be a link to Emergent Labs, so make sure you go and click on it, sign up, and play around with it and build the apps that you want with it. But also YouTube thinks you're going to enjoy this video, in which I build another very complex app with Emergent Labs, so make sure you go and watch that next, and I will see you over there.